guys, welcome back to the channel. Beretta 9mm USA here, and today we've got a review of the Walther PDP. That's right, the new pistol from Walther. This is the PDP 4.5 inch. It is a full-size pistol, and that review is coming up next.
So guys, Walther's new PDP stands for Performance Duty Pistol. This new 9mm handgun from Walther is basically a next generation PPQ pistol. So here's the PPQ right here, and then here's the new PDP. This pistol is a high-end competitive option on the striker-fired polymer frame handgun market today. Walther is trying to stay competitive, going after Glock, Smith & Wesson, and CZ with releasing this new line of pistols. Walther currently offers the PDP in 5 different variations. This pistol, including the compact model seen here, which is the same size as the original PPQ. The PDP pistol overall is super high quality and just packed full of features.
So guys, I think in speaking about the PDP, we need to go ahead and bring in a couple other players that we actually happen to have and things that we'd want to compare them to. Here's the original, and then here is the compact version of the PDP. And if you check it out, it is the same size exactly of the original PPQ right here.
And you can actually interchange parts with the new PDP, with the old PPQ, which is kind of interesting. The barrel, the frames, the slide assembly, the guide rods, it's all interchangeable.
So yeah, pretty much the exact same size. So if you like that original size, you want to go for the compact in this new version, not the full size 4.5. So let's talk about some of the differences I noticed right off the bat when you're considering the PDP versus the PPQ. The slide at first seems very different, but I gotta tell you guys, it is very useful. As far as grabbing it and going to work with the slide, there's nothing better than that. That is a home run. They did a great job on that. And how I really came to realize that was I picked up this gun as we were talking about all of them, and I went to rack the action, and I was sliding right off it. It's very easy, if your hands are moist at all, to just slide right off the face of that gun or the back of the gun as you're working it. These are nowhere near as good as these right here. And it does seem like it would be obvious, but I'm telling you, using it in the field or actually using the pistol, there's no question which one's better. Alright guys, the Walther PDP in 9mm. This thing's set up for sights if you want to put something on it. Other than that, it's just white contrast, so I think their idea is most people are going to put some type of sight on it there at the top. I'm not usually that kind of guy, so we'll just shoot it the way it is. 15.5 yards away to the brown targets. The green target is about 24 yards away. Yards away. Today's video is brought to you by Core Essentials. Core Essentials gun belts are the best fitting, most comfortable, and concealable carry belts on the market today. It has a hidden, virtually indestructible track sewn right into the back of the belt itself. This creates 40 plus positions you can size your belt to, so you get that custom fit. I've used a Core belt for over 4 years, both on and off duty. With these belts, you can adjust your EDC belt within 1/4 inch increments, so you get that exact fit. Core offers their belts in top grain leather or tactical nylon web. Your choice. Both come in 1.5 inch widths with a reinforced power core. This offers superior support and flexibility. One size fits all in the waist sizes from 24 inches all the way up to 44. Tactical and XL leather belts are also available all the way up to 54 inches in waist. These belts are perfect for in the waistband carry, outside the waistband carry, or whatever your preferred EDC method is. These belts come with a 1-year warranty from Core Essentials and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Use coupon code B9USA at checkout and you can save 10% on your entire order. When we were shooting the new PDP, there was a couple of shooters that again mentioned this part of the frame right here, the very tip of it, causing a little bit of discomfort where their hand rests against it. And I did actually experience that in the full-size steel frame version of these guns. This, of course, is the newer version of the PPQ, but in the full-size steel frame PPQ, I noticed that quite a bit.
Yeah, the beaver tail causes quite a bit of irritation.
So there was a couple people that were complaining about that. I don't really notice it as much on this. This is the 4.5. And then when you switch over here to the compact version, I almost don't notice it at all. And you can see how it rides above right there. So, you know, I don't know. If you shoot 300 rounds in a day, you may get a little irritation right up here, which is fine. This one so much reminds me of a Glock 19 in both feel and size.
So anyway, guys, that was important to bring up, we thought, as far as bringing up the beaver tail and the irritation that it can cause to your web of your hand / thumb joint area, depending on how large your hands are when handling this pistol. Now, you can always maybe do a little sand job on the corners here and just wear down the edge, possibly, but I don't necessarily really recommend doing that on a polymer frame pistol, but, you know, it might work. I don't know. So just know that that was our experience with a couple shooters here testing out these PDPs. I think it was important for us to tell you guys about that, especially if you're considering ordering one of these pistols sight unseen without handling the pistol at all. Continuing to talk about the frame here on the PDP, it does have a very wide, spacious trigger guard here for use with the gloved finger to be able to get that trigger finger in there and press the trigger to the rear. Very nice, very generous. You also do have a high undercut right here to be able to get higher on the gun as far as your combat grip. You also do have a squared off trigger guard with some checkering in the front here if you do shoot this way, which some people do. You have a 4-slot Picatinny rail on the full size and a 3-slotter on the compact. That is one thing that I think is a huge improvement over the original PPQ as far as this polymer frame. On the original, some flashlights, they would need to be mounted all the way to the front because there isn't a whole lot of real estate there on the front Picatinny rail. And if you have the 40 cal version like I did, it's the same polymer frame here as far as the thickness of the polymer frame down here. And actually on my 40 caliber PPQ back when I owned it, Beretta Senior owns the new version of it that we got sent to us, but I actually broke off the end of the frame when I had a O-light mounted on the end of it. From shooting the 40 caliber so fast, and so that happened, and we sent the pistol back to Walther with the broken frame, and they actually replaced the entire pistol with a brand new serial number and all that. Really good customer service, but that did happen with the old version. With this new version, there is absolutely no way that is going to happen, which is great news because of how reinforced that polymer frame is. Worked fine right there. Guess it didn't work out too well.
It flew off your pistol.
Oh shit. It just destroyed my frame. That didn't work out too well now, did it? Continuing to talk about the frame here, let's take a look at the texturing here. This was taken off of the steel frame PPQs. Really wonderful texturing here on the back strap as well as the sides. And you have actual checkering in the front. Really has a great feel on it. Compared to the original PPQ, which was kind of slick. You know what I mean? It had great ergonomics overall, which these pistols do retain, same style ergonomics, which is wonderful, but the pistol overall was just kind of smooth. Now, I've used this pistol quite a bit, but it never did lose that texture that it has overall. But a lot of people did put Talon grips on these pistols if they really did put these pistols through the ringer just to retain some texture to the grip. And the texture on these new pistols is just absolutely wonderful. I think everyone's going to love the way this feels. It's not too aggressive. It's just right. And you do have the replaceable back straps just like you did on the original PPQ. So you can put a small, medium, or large back strap on this pistol. Alright, so my first shots with the Walther PDP 4.5-inch full-size grip, 18-round capacity. Guys, I think that you can use the Canic TP9SF mags in this pistol, or whatever the full-size Canic is with those 18-round mags as well. I'm not sure 100%, but somebody I'm sure will make a video showcasing that. Anyway, here we go. You've got to be kidding me, right?
That's because you said it can shoot Canic mags, because it can't shoot Canic mags.
Exactly. I'm trying to tell it to shoot some Turkish crappy mags through it. No, they're all made by Mekgar pretty much anyway. All right, here we go. Some more shooting. That was weird. It's very fast shooting. That freaking failure at the very beginning there was super weird. Another mag here, 18 rounds. Shoot a couple single-handed here. I can feel it digging into my thumb, by the way, which is weird. There we go. Shoots extremely fast, just like the PPQ.
Alright guys, on these Walther PDPs, the full-size 4.5 right here is going to come with two 18-round magazines, where the compact is going to come with two 15-round magazines.
And those are totally interchangeable with the original PPQ.
So if you own a couple of these and you have lots of extra magazines, that's going to come in handy with this handgun right here. To be honest with you, I'm liking this particular handgun more and more. When I was thinking about it at first, it wasn't holding up to what I remembered this handgun being. And now that I've had a chance to actually handle them both together on the same day, in the same hour, if you will, there are some definite advantages to this handgun right here. One thing about it is the wonderful grip stays the same, if not actually improves. This texture right here, to me, bites into my skin quite a bit more than this texture right here. And so I find this to be a little more slippery. And young Beretta, I think, said that it's kind of worn in a little bit, and that's probably true. But there's really no real holster time or wear time on these handguns of ours, except for the ones we carry every day. And when you compare it to this right here, there's no comparison. Grabbing the slide, no comparison. The PDP does have some distinct advantages, and the price is still excellent. Both PDPs, whichever one you get, does have an ambi slide release here. So you can release it from over here, or if you're a lefty, you can crash it from over here. So it's on both sides, whichever way you like it. It's there for you. The magazine release is reversible, so you can bring it over here if you want, or it's right here for a righty. And it's just about the perfect size to go to work. So,
and it's checkered now,
as you can see right there. And this is just in case you forget, you've got the full size. For all you guys that like optics, pick your poison. They're on either one.
And supposedly the PDP has been fully optimized for red dot optics. So again, if you want to mount a red dot on it, you can easily do so. You'll want to contact Walther for your one free optic mounting plate of your choice if you do want to go that route and mount a red dot on the pistol.
Just trying to drop the mag like an H guy. Interesting.
You shoot it pretty good. What do you think?
You know how you were complaining about the extended beaver tail on the PPQ?
Yeah.
It feels a little bit like that, except it's more blunt than sharp. It
Where?
feels like it keeps beating the top
Where
of
at,
my
up
hand.
here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like right there. Exactly. Okay. So it's kind of doing this sort of thing.
Yeah, that was one of my complaints with the full-size steel frame.
Yeah.
As I mentioned earlier, guys, the full size is a 4.5. It is a cold hammer forged polygonal rifled barrel. And then you go down to a 4-inch barrel here, which is basically the same. I think it's a 3.9 or something in the PPQ.
No, it's 4 also, and it has the tinner for finish on everything.
Okay, so that's good to know. The 4.5, is that right? 22.3 ounces?
Yeah, it's light.
Wow.
It's lighter than a Glock 17.
I didn't think it was quite that light. And then the compact model comes in at 21.5 ounces, and that's very close to the same as the PPQ. I think it was around 22 or 23 ounces. So they're all pretty light, all going to be very easy to shoot in 9mm, no question about that. If you want to step up with power, I've shot the PPQ quite a bit in 40 caliber, and I got to tell you, I think it's pretty easy to shoot in 40. So if you want to step up to 40, that's your option also, I think. Something for you to consider. Walther's new performance duty trigger is very similar to this PPQ trigger. At first I was thinking it wasn't as good, then today I was messing with both of them a little bit, and I think it's very close. It's very close as far as the trigger is concerned. So I don't think they took a step back at all on that. I think most PPQ owners will be satisfied with the trigger on here. I mean, how can you really improve that much from the trigger on this? So if you were looking for an improvement, I don't think you'll be thinking that there's a big improvement at all. And young Beretta even thinks it may be slightly not quite as good.
Well, that's just talking about our specific examples right here. I mean, you have a third pistol again, you want to go grab that, and if you want to show all these different triggers, which I would, because there is no, set example here. All of them are different. It's just like a Glock pistol. You can have bad triggers on a Glock, or you can have a good trigger on a Glock, which you're very picky, and so am I, as far as any trigger on a polymer frame pistol that we own.
Yeah.
All of my Glock triggers are absolutely amazing. There's zero creep to them. They just break like glass. And so does this original PPQ here. Now, the best trigger out of the three, this is the worst. Beretta Senior's other PDP 4.5 has a way better trigger than this gun right here as far as positivity of the reset and also the trigger and how it breaks. The best trigger here, as far as other than this PPQ, is the PDP 4-inch. And that's just our specific examples right here.
And when I was using the Lyman gauge on all of them, they're all breaking in the late 4s. 4.8, 4.9, and a couple times they'll break over 5. So I think, for the layman, for the normal user, I don't think you're going to see a vast difference between any of them. For people that shoot all the time and shoot 5, 6, 7, 8,000 rounds a year, yeah, you're probably going to notice a little bit of a difference. Does it make that much of a difference for self-defense? Probably not. So let's just show you the triggers on these three real quick. So we'll confirm they're empty. Okay, so when you're originally pulling the trigger on this, it's very PPQ-like. Pull it up to about there, and that's your take up or your uptake right there. It firms up, and then it's got a little give to it right there before it breaks.
Some creep, yeah.
So it actually surprised me a little bit when it did finally break. So again, you think you're there,
but you're not.
You think you're there, but there's that little movement there, and then it snaps. So will this break in a little bit as we're using it? I think maybe.
And show the reset on that gun, because that is the one with the bad reset, right?
I don't think it's bad.
It's not great.
It's
not the other full size.
It's not audible at all.
And you can barely feel it.
And if you have hearing protection on, you're barely going to be able to feel it if you really pay attention to it. You may just be slapping it and letting out all the way and then pulling the trigger again, which, wouldn't be horrible again. This full-size one here, see, again, a little bit of creep right there, and then it snaps again. So it's very similar, right? And here's the reset. A little bit more audible. You guys, I hope you heard that. And I could feel it a little bit more. Again, a little bit of creep and then it breaks. So these new ones are about the same, just a little creep before they break. Here's the small one. The compact. Again, little creep right there. Did you see it? So here we are in the compact again. There's your take up or your uptake. You're at the wall. Tiny bit of creep and it snaps. So they're all very close. They're all very close, I think.
But they're all different. That's just what we're trying to definitely prove here.
Well, like I said, it's not going to make much of a difference to 80% of the buying public out there.
Yeah.
Right to here, we're at the wall, we think,
right,
and it snaps. So there is no take up to the wall again, and it snaps. Reset. Immediate, you can hear it, you can feel it, and you're right there at the wall again. So again, you're right, the trigger's slightly better.
And again, we kind of are trigger people, you know what I mean? We like triggers to be a certain way, and, we don't like creep in our triggers. I absolutely cannot stand that, so it's just the way I like my triggers to be.
This is how the full-size mag will fit in a compact PDP Walther if you wanted 18 rounds. Here's the 15 rounder. Flush and beautiful. So guys, on these PDPs, two of them are T&E guns. They were brand new. This one I had already traded to get another brand new one. So I'm kind of jumping into them here. One of the biggest things is I'm not sure I really dig the sights. They're white in contrast and small. So I'm not sure if that's going to stay like that or if we're going to go with something else on them.
The good thing is these sights are fully compatible as far as changing them out with any Glock sight you want to put on. So you can put a pair of XS, Night Vision, True Glow, Metro Light, Trigicon, anyone. So that's really nice. So they did make that change from the original sights that were on the PPQ. So Walther did make a change from having kind of proprietary sights on the PPQ, where they have the plunger holding in the rear sight, and that's drift adjustable, and Glock style front sight with the screw in from the internal part of the slide. I love the sighting system on the PPQ. I'm kind of honestly a little disappointed they changed it, but I understand why they changed it. And Glock sights are a dime a dozen. It's fairly easy to change them out and all that. So I understand.
And with all that in mind, handgun with no sights on it, but the white contrast comes in at $649. In today's gun market, that's pretty competitive.
Isn't that the same MSRP as a Glock?
It's very close. If it's not, it's very, very close. And I think the Glocks are selling right now, currently in 2021, for $650 to $700 with just regular Glock sights on them. At least that's what's happening out here in this area.
Yeah, for a Gen 5.
Sure, yeah. Lastly, we did want to mention Walther's new 30-day money-back guarantee on all their products. So if you buy this one, or you buy this one, or you buy both, and you happen not to like them or whatever for whatever reason, which I don't think will be the case, but it does have a 30-day money-back guarantee on it, which is backed by Walther itself, not your retail gun establishment.
Yeah, so full refund if you don't like it, return the pistol to Walther within 30 days. That's absolutely amazing, and no other firearm manufacturer offers a deal like that. It's pretty unbelievable.
I know it was shocking to the people in the retail gun establishments out here, because they were curious on, well, what happens if somebody wants to bring them back? What do we do with them when they land here? And then Walther stepped up and said, if you get anyone who wants to send it back, then we will handle it ourselves.
Yeah.
And again, I think that is the mark of a great company backing their products. They know they make a great product here. They know people are going to be happy with them, and they're going to have very, very few returns. And that's what's happening, I'm sure.
Yeah, so they not only have that going for them, but they also have their legendary lifetime warranty, which is another huge thing. Which again, we had to use on our PPQ 40 cal, and we got a brand new pistol. Absolutely amazing warranty, and their customer service was 10 out of 10. We didn't tell them who we were. We acted like a normal customer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We didn't act like anything special, and they were absolutely fantastic to deal with.
Yeah, they sure were. Guys, I think you're going to love the grip when you grab a hold of it, and I think you're going to love the slide. It has great bite to it. I don't care where you grab the pistol. There's no sliding around on this thing. Whether your hands are wet or bloody or whatever, you're going to be able to make this pistol work. So keep that in mind. It's a great thing to have anytime you're looking at a self-defense or home defense pistol. You want a handgun like that. And I am considering right now whether or not I am going to keep my 2 or 3 PPQs, or whether I will sell them and keep these and put sights on those and just keep these for myself. Anyway, guys, that finishes up the video here today. Thanks for watching the video. We appreciate your support. Thank you for joining Patreon. All of our new videos go to Patreon first, and that's also where I'm at in the comment section. So if you have any questions, it's really inexpensive to join Patreon. If you want the early looks and be able to see all the stuff we're stuffing over there, you can actually start by contributing only $1 or $5 a month to the channel and get access to all of that great content. So that's where we're putting it all first, and then a couple weeks to a couple months later, it comes over to the YouTube channel. We are still currently demonetized by YouTube, and we are under review. We're not sure where it's going to go from here. So that's the conclusion on this video. We appreciate your guys' support, and we will see you on the next video. Remember, your Second Amendment is worth protecting.